Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your March 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic Cross spread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements and wisdom of the oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling over the astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Okay, we have 11, and 11th house energy for you guys is Virgo. At the time of recording this, we haven't had that full moon in Virgo just yet. But generally speaking, 11th house points to friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. Right, we have Sagittarius, and that's your second house of possession, self-worth, finances. A bit quiet there right now, astrologically speaking, but definitely be some focus on the area of life as well. And we have the South Node. So the South Node is actually in Libra, which is your 12th house of spirituality, blind spots, mental health. And we're actually going to have a full moon there toward the end of March, and that's going to be an eclipse as well. So with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. Okay, so in the main situation position, we have the 8 of Swords, Gemini energy, and then challenging that, we have the 2 of Wands, Aries energy. So it could just be saying that, seeing this here, you could just be feeling like you're stuck around a certain situation. Maybe you feel like you've committed to a path for so long, and now you might be second guessing, was it the right path at all, right? So, for example, just a generic example, maybe you've been doing something for 8 years, right? Some of you maybe not that long, right? Maybe you've been doing something for 8 months, and now you're totally doubting, like, I feel like I might have gone as far as I can on this path, right? And with the 2 of Wands in a challenge position, it could just be saying that that's why you're feeling that blocked, right? Because maybe you are being called to something new, a new pathway at this time. Okay, in the foundation position, we have Judgment. So, interestingly enough, well, for one, I view this as one of the cards that represent Scorpio energy. I view this as the rebirth side of the Scorpio energy. And if we think about how that 2 of Wands is facing, it's almost like they're looking in the direction of the Judgment card. So, the new thing that you could be called to, quote unquote, might be something that actually was from your past. So, it could just be something that maybe for whatever reason, it was something you had an interest in, but you abandoned it for whatever reason in the past, and now the opportunity to pursue it again could be coming back to the surface. All right, in the past position, we have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, so you might have felt like things have just been a bit of an uphill battle lately, possibly around finances, given that this is Sag energy here, and we also see that in the dice too. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where maybe you've gained a lot of experience around a certain situation, right? But you might feel like you don't have much to show for it. Now, I will say that I always point out with the artwork with the 9 of Wands, if that's the energy I'm feeling from it, is if we look, he's holding on to that one wand rather tightly, right? But we see there's the 8 behind him. So sometimes that could be one of those things where you really have gained more experience from a situation than you might think you have. So at least that would be the one positive there. All right, in the present position, we have the 10 of Cups. So this is Pisces energy here. It could just be one of those things, a bright, optimistic energy, right? Maybe as we move through Pisces season, you're going to be feeling a little bit of that energy lift, especially for you guys that's 5th house energy. And 5th house energy could point to more creativity, right? More romance, more of a playful energy in general. So I could just be saying that as we move through Pisces season, you're going to be feeling that a little bit more. All right, in the near future position, we have the 5 of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here. So could just be saying that maybe, so all right, let's look at this another way. This could say maybe in the environment around you, right? There could be a lot of light, happy energy, but for whatever reason, you guys might struggle to feel yourselves feeling that same way, right? So maybe there's just something beneath the surface for you that isn't really allowing you to operate in that same energy that those around you might be operating in at this time. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, when I'm looking at this energy, I'm getting the energy of rebuilding, right? So again, like I said, maybe you had a setback around the situation, and maybe you really have in some way firmly committed to saying, okay, well, now that I've come to grips with that, here's what I'm going to do now, and you're starting to work on it, but you might not feel comfortable necessarily being out and about necessarily until you're done with that process, right? So it makes me think about scorpions and their molting process, right? So if you've ever seen that before, it could just be one of those things that maybe that's what you feel like you're going through right now, right? So a little bit of a death to rebirth energy, and you could just feel like you're still a little raw at this time to where you're not ready to necessarily be out. And maybe people in your environment are almost encouraging you to be out, but you're just not ready yet, right? Right. In the environment position, we have the Four of Wands. So yeah, another indicator, like I said, maybe it's just maybe that's where you're feeling that push pull energy, where you feel like you're definitely going through a deeper internal process right now that has you not really wanting to interact with others as much at this time, and then maybe those around you are really wanting to see you even more than usual, might seem, right? Which could be causing a bit of a clash in energy there. But if nothing else, I feel like this is a good thing that shows that when you are done with that molting process, right? I feel like this is saying that this is the energy that will be available to you at that time. All right, and the hopes or fears position, we have the Nine of Swords. So, generally speaking, this does not look like an energy anyone would hope for, right? So, this could be more of a fear of yours, or you might just feel like whatever the situation is, you might feel like it's just going to continue to build, or you might feel like there won't be any release there. For example, seeing the Eight of Swords in the present, and then seeing you fearing that it's just going to continue to the Nine, right? Just like we see the Nine of Wands in the past. I feel like that could be an underlying issue you guys are feeling right now. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Seven of Wands. So this is Leo energy here, which is actually 10th house energy for you guys, career, social status. So for some of you, maybe this is around the workplace situation, right? So like I said, maybe you felt like things have gone stagnant within a work environment and you might be feeling called to a new one. But interestingly enough, if that is your storyline, just the way it keeps looking to me like they're looking right at the judgment card, makes me feel like even though we're calling it new, quote unquote, I feel like it's something that you at the very least considered in the past, but for whatever reason, you might have had to abandon that plan, and now it could just be coming back to the surface for you guys. But either way, it looks like any conflicts that you might run into this month, it looks like at least you will overcome them, right? So they might not be the most comfortable of energies, but at least it looks like you'll be victorious over them. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy here. It could just be pointing to, you potentially having to have a little faith, right? Possibly even a little faith in others too, right? Because Taurus energy is your opposite sign. So it could just be saying, again, so, all right, going back to the generic example, like I said, if you feel like you're still processing, maybe grieving something, right? And there's someone who's trying to get you to come back out, right? Get you back out of your shell. It could just be one of those things that, have faith that they mean well, right? Maybe for you, you're like, how do they not understand I'm going through this grieving process, right? But it could just be one of those things where you might hide it well enough to where they don't understand how deep it is for you, to where they're thinking that they're doing the right thing, trying to encourage you to come out. So it could even be as simple as that, saying that, people in your environment, even if they're annoying you at this time a little bit, right, I feel like they do mean well overall. All right, so moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have don't take anything personally, and it says be immune to others' opinions. Okay, it says whatever say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Interesting message there, because that definitely reminds me of this Seven of Wands energy we see in the outcome position, right? And like I said, for those of you where, if for you, like I said, if you're going through a deeper process and people are like, oh, you should be over that already, right? Come on, come back out, do this, that, and the other, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm not there yet, right? It could just be one of those things where it's like, try not to let that bother you too much, right? And just ride out the energy the way you see fit, and then come out when you're ready. All right, for your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Not For You. There's the artwork, and the number is 6. So we'll see what this has to say. All right, essential meanings. It says a clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. The Oracle's message. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game, and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. So yeah, interesting message there about something truly happy is on its way. Because like I said, I keep thinking the way that Two of Wands is definitely an energy of something fresh, right? Maybe it's even pointing to a timeline as far as when we get to the end of March, we'll be in the start of Aries season, which is what that card represents. And we see that Judgment card. Like I said, to me, it feels like it's some way connected to your past, right? So a generic example, if you have some kind of a corporate job that's just sucking life out of you, and there was something you really enjoyed doing when you were younger, but you didn't necessarily think it'd be a practical way to earn a living, maybe some kind of opportunity will come to pass this month that'll actually allow you to do that, you know? Just one way those energies could be playing out. All right, the relationship message says some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning. But the red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot there is a lid. This may not be the best fit. So yeah, interesting message there because this didn't necessarily come across too much as a romantic connection situation, but for those of you who are looking for some guidance there, hopefully that resonated with you. All right, and then the prosperity message says you can strategize and project and systemize and invest all your time and energy, but sometimes your best laid plans seem to go awry in spite of it all. Keep in mind that no effort is wasted. Fail fast and learn from defeat. Then keep going. You will eventually succeed, although perhaps not at this game, not at this time. Know when to fold your cards. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. So yeah, like I said, that Eight of Swords energy, the more we're reading through that Oracle card here, does seem to be some kind of a dead end. And so if you are feeling that in some way, it seems like that's happening for a reason, because like we said, it keeps pointing to something else being on the horizon for you guys soon. So, bit of a tricky energy there, right? But hopefully that resonates with you guys, and I'll talk to you all next month. All right, bye.